Hey, what's going on? Reggie Haynes here. I just wanted to do something different and do a night vlog. Of course, this isn't live. Um, Reggie's not rich at all, and data in Africa isn't cheap. So I couldn't do a live tonight, but I'll try my best to do one tomorrow if a follow-up video is necessary. Usually when I talk, a lot of people start talking louder than I am. I guess my voice resonates. So apologies if you hear echoes or if you see things pop into the video. Um, I wanted to talk about my African story. I know I've been doing vlogs and stuff like that. And, me, I try my best to be optimistic, diplomatic. Um, but unfortunately, sometimes you have to be honest. You have to be, you have to be real with yourself, and you have to be real with these situations. Now, for me, I can't put myself in a situation to where I am degrading anyone or trying to call out anyone and public humiliate them. I feel like that is a sign of public humiliation. To me is another form of slavery where we're on the plantation. I public humiliate someone, that creates more divisiveness. And meanwhile, while we are staying divided and I'm degrading you, I'm also degrading all of my people because we don't progress when that happens. The oppressors do. Apologies if you hear loud music. I don't know who this is walking. I think it's my brother B, but hopefully he turns the music down. I wanted to say a few things about my African story. When it comes in regards to my African story, it started off my whole goal. For those people that don't know, I was in the UK about two and a half, almost 2.5 years. And I went there for my personal reasons to try to start a new life. It didn't work. I'm not going to sit here and play the boohoo game. Oh my goodness, everybody hates me. That was last year's Reggie. This is a new me. And I'm gonna get to that in the course of this video, hopefully. When I was in the UK, I met some phenomenal people who were like, you know what, Reggie, I feel like Africa's calling you home. Mind you, a lot of people didn't know that I was planning on going to Africa way before I even thought about going to the UK. Just to visit, just to see what was out there. I told myself years ago when I was a teenager that I was going to move to Africa. I was going to do great things in Africa. And I'm a person to where there's times to where I'll say something and then, I don't realize, that, oh snap, this actually is going to happen. I go to Africa, and of course, you go there, you have people who are nice, but you got your scam artists. People who see you, hear the accent, they want money from you. They automatically think that you're an ATM machine. You have people who automatically look at you as someone who they've seen on TV. I've been told so many times, are you 50 Cent? Are you 50 Cent's brother? So people automatically assume that I'm a thug. Damn, things aren't much different than where I was in America, right? So I'm in these situations to where I'm basically being judged based off of toxic programming. Instead of me fighting and battling, because there are people, but they want to fight you. They're going to want to battle you. They're going to want to, treat you as if you are an outsider. You get that in certain parts of Africa. Now, mind you, I started in Zimbabwe, ended up going to Zambia. Actually, had a layover in Ethiopia coming from the UK. So Ethiopia people were nice at the airport. Didn't really travel. Couldn't because we had to wait on our flight. Then I went to Zimbabwe. Then I went to Zambia. Then I went to where I am now, Malawi. In Zimbabwe, you have people who are going to want to fight you. I would say, and I don't make excuses for people, I try my best not to. There are people who, when they are low, they only want to bring you down to their low level. They try to make you think that it's an upgrade. They try to make you think that it's actually like this. I always do this when I'm teaching. They make you think that you're progressing, but in reality, this is where they are, low down here, and they're trying to pull you down. But they try to manipulate and deceive you to think that they're pulling you up. And my take on it is nobody in life would ever try to, no one in life who cares about you would ever try to degrade you in any way. So that's my take on that. But people are always, especially nowadays with social media, if somebody says one quote that sounds like it makes sense or that it is something that is legit. I'm doing a video, B, for my peeps. All right. So when it comes in regards to people, they will make it seem like something sounds intelligent or something sounds good, but in reality, it's something that isn't even necessary to say, to speak on. Some people might say that about some of my videos, but let me say this. what I did was, instead of me focusing on the people that weren't for me, that tried to, battle me and, say negative things and try to rile me up and, do the whole divisiveness thing, I started focusing on the good people. And there are a lot of those in Africa. And that's where we have to be cognizant of. There's a lot of good here. And I ain't just talking about the resources. I'm talking about the people. There's a lot of good people here. I had a family that didn't even know me, and in a matter of seconds took me in. Not just in Zimbabwe, but also in Malawi. You don't see that every day. I was in Zimbabwe, and before I left, because I have an African mother, I love her to this, man, it's like one of the best things that's ever happened to me, aside from my nana, my mother, and my sister, right? And she came to me, and she was like, you're my son, my husband looks at you as a son, and they've helped me so much, like so many things that they've done. Like, they helped me start my first class in Africa when it came in regards to teaching about certain things in media. They helped me get relocated to Malawi. I was supposed to do a workshop with them in Zimbabwe, and they were like, Reggie, if Malawi works better for you, stay out there. I had a family. I don't want to say their name because I don't want you guys stalking. But this family brought me in. The children of the family brought me in. There was a discussion that I was supposed to be here for 2 weeks. They said Reggie can stay as long as I can. You don't see a lot of that these days. So I had two choices. Either do the toxic mindset and be basic programmed individual, allow a few negative situations to take over me and think that, oh, Africa's bad, or either I focus on the good. Me, I focus on the good. So I saw that this was a lovely family, and that the negative doesn't define Africa. So anybody who comes around and says negative things about Africa, you're not going to get my vote, you're not going to get my attention. When you start talking about the positive, that's what we can stick on. Today, something happened. Now for those people that don't know, my goal in Africa was to come out here and to basically present my services, whether it be my acting, music, directing, film services to media platforms. I went to Zimbabwe, every TV network said, Reggie, we don't want your work. I said, okay. People told me why behind the scenes, and if anybody DMs me, I'll tell you specifically what networks to avoid, because they will not like you if you're presenting this particular type of content. Same thing happened here in Malawi. I had meetings to where people were like, Reggie, we want your content, we love you, Next thing you know, when it came in regards to the contract, couldn't do nothing. My mom has told me this. She said, Reggie, and my brother, who's in Ghana right now, Reggie, stop shortchanging yourself. Stop selling yourself short. Sell your content for what it's worth. And there's been times where I'm like, look, if there's a network that can't afford me, then let me just, try to, work something out. And even when you do that, these people don't accept you. So the deals in, Malawi with TV networks so far, not good. The same thing about the two things. Do I say that, oh man, F every media platform in Africa, or do I say, no, let me start something different and let me focus on the good? I focus on the good. So instead of me pouting, instead of me crying, instead of me saying, oh man, F Africa, and I've had my moments, don't get me wrong, some of my brothers and sisters seen it, but then I have to slap myself in the face, metaphorically speaking, and say, it's time for me to shape up. And if I don't believe in the whole philosophy, if you can't beat them, join them, because that's a divisive tactic. My thing is, if they don't want you, if they close the door on you, you create your own goddamn door. Excuse my French. So that's what I'm doing. So I've been teaching youth, and I've been teaching people how to film, and I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to do a film school. I'm going to continue to, make movies. I'm going to continue to do what I love. You can't allow missed opportunities on other people's behalf lead you to be down in the dumps. Case in point, last year around this time, I'm about to be 31 now for those people that don't know. I know I look 25, thank you. Last year this time, I allowed a few networks to get the best of me, making me promises that they couldn't keep. Reggie, I'm gonna fund, your project. They might even see this video. I'm not gonna publicly humiliate them. They lied to me. No matter how they look at it, they fucking lied. That's who they are. That's the most upset I'm probably gonna get on this video. They fucking lied. And I got upset. I wanted to take my own life because of that and the other things, because I'm like, dude, who the fuck do I trust? So then I said to myself, after that, I said, the hell with these people. If they want to continue to be liars and manipulators and whatever, negative people, that's their problem, not Reggie's. So it's the same situation a year later, and I realized that I don't want to feed into this anymore. If people are shutting the door on me, for whatever reasons, that's their problem. My goal and my motive is for me to better myself and to help people who actually want to use my services to better them. So that's the route that I'm taking, and that's the route that I'm going to continue to take. But I wouldn't be in the position that I am if it wasn't for the family that took me in Malawi. If it wasn't for my African mother who actually saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself and started helping me and not wanting anything in return. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother back home and my family members back home who are basically looking after me from a distance. I'm gonna make a shout out, and Queen, you better not make me regret this. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for the phenomenal motivation that I've been receiving over the course of a month and a half and 2 months from my future queen, who's always motivating me, who's always looking at things from a universal perspective. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my brother who's in Ghana, who keeps on motivating me, who keeps on telling me, like, look, bro, I'm in Africa too. I know how things are, but we have the power to change it. We have the power to create our own destiny. And I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the Auntie Jeans, the Galactic Clydes, the Queen Joy with an Eyes. Even though I don't speak to, some of these people anymore, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for them. So I know I'm missing Queen Yeshiba, the family from Tanzania, King Baba and his queen, Mama Jahi. If I'm name dropping and you guys hate this video, I'll re-edit it and I'll bleep your names out. Apologies if this upsets you, but I'm only giving gratitude. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for these particular people. King Jason, who was from Zimbabwe, and has showed me certain things. So many great people, so many great experiences. So I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for these people. And I'm very thankful, I'm very humbled, and I'm very honored. And I'm going to continue to progress. Of course, you're going to have bad days. A lot of people say it all the time. Reggie, you're brave. How can you come from one country to another that you've never been before? That doesn't work out. And then you pack all your stuff and then you move to another one. And now you went from one country, now you're going to 4. And you're trying to make a way for yourself even though doors are closing on you. My thing is I could have gave up on myself a long time ago. But I have to slap myself in the face. I have to look myself in the mirror, slap myself in the face and say, Reggie, that's not you. And it never will be. And the more and more I do that, the more and more I see that there are people around me that are showing that they love me and they care about me. And that leads me to know that why would I want to focus on the ones that's not for me when I can focus on the things that are for me? Whether it be opportunities, people, or certain spiritualities. And that's what I'm choosing to do. So far, this has been my African story. I know that I'm talking about doing a documentary and all these things, but I just wanted to put this out here because like I've been asked for a few times, Reggie, you should just document stuff as you go on, and that's what I'm doing here. Apologies if the video is extra long, but I just wanted to share this story with you guys and let it be known how phenomenal it is out here in Africa, primarily Malawi. And people are gonna say, times are tough, Africa's poor. But I totally disagree with the Africa's poor, because why does the West continue to come over here and take? And then they go to the West and then they become, millionaires and billionaires in a short amount of time. There's greatness here, and I feel like it's my duty to continue to show our African people, and myself included, how phenomenal we are. We are the original people. We are the kings, the queens, and the gods and the goddesses of this universe. When I say goddesses and queens, I'm talking about the females, because I'm an all man, baby. But that's who we are, and we should treat ourselves and each other accordingly. And while doing so, we should always protect our resources and protect, all that is good, so that way we can continue to flourish and make sure that people don't take from us and benefit off of our misfortunes or benefit off of us in general, knowing that they're feeding into an inhumane, cowardice system that doesn't belong on this earth, or just doesn't belong anywhere, in my honest opinion. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Much love and respect to all those people who are supportive. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be just fine. Of course, I've told you guys before, I've been broke, I've been down and out. But I know that things are going to work out. And the reason that things are going to work out is because I know for a fact that what I'm doing, helping my people, is only going to flourish. I'm not here to scam. I'm not here to try to get rich. I'm here to give the knowledge to these people that they don't even realize that they have. And I feel like that's one of the tools of being a great teacher. Of course, highlighting the phenomenal abilities that a person possesses. And then once they realize that, you're no longer needed. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. I'm signing off. I'm very thankful for all of the people who have helped me in my life. I love them. And I'm always, Flies, it's time for me to go. And I'm always going to continue to love you guys. And I'm always thankful for this opportunity. And I am glad to say that Africa is going to be my new home. And hopefully Africa feels the same way about me. And when I say that, I'm talking about the immigration department. Peace and love.